So, unsurprisingly, StableFund just pulled the plug. Yes, they rugged and they gone, and no one's getting their funds back as of now. So today, let's talk about it. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. Let's get right onto it. Another one bites the dust. Is it a surprise? No, it shouldn't surprise you because I said on this video, go back and watch it, and also as recently as last week when I made my yield node video. In it, I told you that the likes of StableFund are not here to stay. And lo and behold, it happened. You got wrecked. And I told you in it that they're doing spot trading. I figured it out. The likes of StableFund and all these ROI dApps claiming to have some mysterious trading robots that doesn't even exist, that you never seen. They promised to show you that robot in November somewhere in Dubai, and it was all crap and made up. It's just an excuse to pull the plug. When they're ready to pull the plug, they're running out of funds to pay everybody. How long did you think that kind of percentage was going to last and sustain itself? They last about 6 or 7 months, and that is because when they started, I was the very first YouTuber, pretty much the only YouTuber that called them out on their BS. When long time before StableFund, there was StableOne. Go back and watch my Matic videos that I did almost a year ago now. MaticStaker.io, it was them, this StableFund group. And all these other Matic scams that was running on the Polygon, paying you 7% daily, 4% daily. Look at this, 4% daily for 60 days. This was StableOne. That's why even if you go to StableFund Group's Twitter, you would know that this StableOne is still standing over there. So they made their money like this, shut down, run for about a month, take everybody's money and run away, shut it down, and then they started building the StableFund group. This is how they were able to last for 7 months. They were not trading your funds, they were just spot trading it, and they were losing a ton load of money. When they're running out of funds, this is what they do. They will shut down shop. They say, hey, we will refund you in a form of a new coin, and it's rinse and repeat until they get caught or they run away. This was simple. Anybody with an iota of a brain would know that this thing was not gonna last, bro. Go back and watch all my videos. I've been following them since the beginning of this year pretty much, and I didn't care to put money in their protocol because it only runs for about a month, a couple months, and then it's gone. You know, you need something that's long-term, sustainable, that has the potential to last a while, and then you can take a gamble with it. But something like this, it's big connect all over pretty much. This is StableFund. Just don't get caught up with these kind of crap. Someone I forgot to shout out on my other video is this guy right here, Two Satoshis. Shout out to the OG, man. He made a very interesting video, influencers or sellouts. Subscribe to his channel, Two Satoshi, and he made the difference. Like, he literally made a great point between influencers for the community and just community sellouts who are laying in bed with these unknown developers, and they're getting paid on the side to pretty much BS you or lie and trick you out of your money and your position in crypto, especially DeFi degen. So be extra cautious with influencers, between just being able to differentiate between influencers and sellouts. If the guy speaks for the community, he's a stand-up guy, even if they get rugged, he would come out and speak out against that project and ask questions. That's not fudding your own bag. It's stupid. I just watched a video of Shrine Crypto and he made a great point about it. Shrine is this young man, shout out to him, man. He's disappointed and he's literally contemplating of completely leaving the DeFi space because of how toxic it was. This man watched my channel for month and month, and everything I've covered, he literally seen and followed, and he started his own channel, and he wanted to do his DeFi journey stuff, but StableFund just rugged him out of, and he's not getting his money back. And you know, it's disappointing for people, toxic communities, to paint us as fathers. Like, it's like they flipped the script. The good guys are the new evil now. They just fathers. We just trying to make you lose some money. Like, they're literally blaming this StableFund exit scam on the people who were calling it out. prior, like a week prior or a few weeks prior to this thing going down. The people who were saying, hey, the contract balance seems to be going down, someone's taking money out of the thing. And now the developer finally took all the funds out. They are blaming this thing on other people who was calling out the protocol, and this is how stupid DeFi has gotten. No one is allowed to criticize anything, no one is allowed to raise a question, because as long as we are all making money and we're happy, everyone gets bullied to just shut up. And this is wrong, but my channel has never been something like that. You can go as far back as a year ago. Cardano is the only project in crypto that allowed me to see 6 figures in crypto. The first 100K I ever seen was with Cardano. And a year ago, exactly around in September, go back and watch that video. It is still up to this day. It is me making a video literally telling everybody that, hey, Cardano is not working, and here's the reason why. I was calling out the Cardano developers at that time because we just hit the Alonso upgrade and everybody was waiting for Cardano DeFi to come out and become this big thing, and they fumbled the bag, the Cardano developers, and I called them out on it. Was I fighting my own bag back then? Go back and watch that video. I will leave it in the link in the description box below. I have always been this person, bro. I don't shut up when it comes to these things. I don't get paid by developers. Nobody has ever paid me anything. Even with my Furio video yesterday, I've told everybody I don't get paid by developers or none of that stuff, bro. I'm just an investor just like you, and we're trying to make this bread together. And if some stupid stuff like this keeps happening with the DeFi, StableFund and StableFund, how are we going to become better in this crypto space if nobody's allowed to make criticism, no one's allowed to ask questions? You know, it's like a bullying pack mentality, and it's not right. The StableFund community was doing that. I've went back and I've watched some of the videos that was calling out StableFund's red flags. Even in my video, when I made Drip versus StableFund and I was just kind of poking at it, go back and check the comment section. It's always some idiot that comes in, oh, StableFund has been paying me consistently for the past 5 months, yada, yada, yada. And yeah, don't do further against StableFund because they all, look, I understand. They overly invested into this thing and they cannot afford it to fail. This was the problem. If everybody's overly invested in a protocol and they can't afford it to fail, they're going to call everybody that speak against it, you know, they're going to paint you in a bad light. Pretty much you're the father and you're the evil guy and you don't want anybody to make some money. And this is the problem, and this is an absolute lie. If I call out Cardano developers even after I made a ton load of money with Cardano. My channel started with Cardano at 8 cents and I took that journey on all the way to Cardano at $3. So I don't hide things behind the back. When Cardano is doing wrong, I call them out on it. When it comes to Bitcoin doing wrong, I call them out on it. I've always been this person. Check out my channel, especially some of the oldest videos, and you would know exactly what I mean. I've always been this person, bro. Don't stay silent. Always criticize these projects because, especially in DeFi, they have your money. They are promising you these high APYs and high returns. That's the reason it's called DeFi Degen. It's for degenerates, right? But these people will take advantage of your degenerate gambling mind. They will take advantage of the game theory, and they would abuse it. A developer can just hit an exit function. People could have literally went to see who audited StableFund, for example, and you would see how many red flags that they have. Certic Finance or whoever audited them, you would see that the developer has the ability to hit an exit function and take all the funds, and that's exactly what happened. It was just a website. This is not DeFi or none of that. It was just a website that people use to try and make some gains, but unfortunately the likes of this always happens in the DeFi space. It's full of disappointment, and it has been nothing but disappointments for the past 8 months. This is the reason why I'm not so heavy into DeFi. I put on my little money here and there on a project, but I would never marry that project. I would never come here and shill a project every single day to you. I refuse to do that to this day. And I'm not going to do that to you guys, because at some point it becomes insulting people's intelligence. especially if it's a project that's not legit. They're not planning to stay here long term. StableFund didn't give you any roadmap as to, hey man, we're gonna try and build some use cases or utilities, you know, and we're gonna do this, we're gonna do such and such. They never gave you any of that kind of roadmap. They were just planning to do some tradings and say, hey, just trust the unknown developer because I trust him. That's what Michael was telling people, right? So you trust me because I trust an unknown developer and I've known this guy for a while. Off of word of mouth, you don't even know these guys. And people would killing themselves defending StableFund because they made a little profit for the last 5 months. And this is how stupid this and ridiculous this DeFi space have gotten. And this thing has to stop, bro. If we're gonna grow as a community, all of these rug pulls and scams and exploits and dirty dealings behind the scenes, it has to stop. If it doesn't stop, DeFi will never grow like this. People outside of DeFi are gonna look at us like, you're ridiculous, bro. People outside of DeFi, people are talking about, well, or we're gonna market, for example, we're gonna do some drip marketing or animal farm marketing. And I'm sitting back thinking, are you crazy? Like, people outside of DeFi are looking at DeFi crazy with the rug pulls and the scams and everything else. And you trying to market to them, they looking at you like you're insane. If you catch my drift, pretty much, because of everything that has happened for the past 8 months, especially this year alone. You know, you cannot tell me that it has been rosy all the way up until now. Who has become a millionaire amongst us ever since we started talking about these projects? Besides the people who are really getting paid, the paid shills, people who are getting paid by the developers in that. They become millionaires and multi-millionaires. They made the bread. They get all of these extra layers of protection. And when a rug pull happens, you get to know who are the real ones. A real YouTuber would have come out and speak out against the project and just say how awful things are. But a fake one would make an excuse and say, well, the team is doing their best to help and all of this other stuff, and you're gonna get your refund, and always speaking out for the team. That's something I've never done. I never spoke out for anybody's team. I don't even reach out to teams. Every single project that I've talked about and I'm invested in, I never spoke to the founder or the developer or anybody from their team. Like, literally never. I look at it and I'm saying, all right, I like it. I do a bit of research on it, and then off we go. Maybe I put a little bit of money in there and see how it goes. But long-term potentials, in my opinion, this is your play. Go back and watch my quant video. Recently, I made a quant video where this is where I want you to park your money long-term, because there's only 14 million of them going around. Not much quant going, it's up for grabs, right? At $62, I was telling people, yo, quant is cheap right now. And it ran up all the way to $200 as of recent. That's an easy 4x that the people who was watching my quant video back then just made. This is what I want to do, something that's long-term and legit. If you watch my channel since the beginning, I go back years, you would know that I always get you to invest into something where you looking at your money right there. It's not locked up. Nobody's trying to steal it from you. Nothing. It's in your wallet. When I say DCA, it's going to benefit you later on. DCA. Delay your gratification, but you hold your own keys. You putting money in your own wallet every single week and watch it grow for 52 weeks. Try it for 1 year and see how it goes. Slow money is always better than no money, because look at the people who put their life savings into StableFund and how wrecked they got. So slow money sometimes is way better than no money, because you're looking at your own money. You know that the influencer that's trying to tell you to DCA, is he trying to scam you? Do I want any benefit out of that? I'm trying to show you the strategies that I followed way back then. Even though I didn't become a millionaire, yes, but I got to 6 figures this way. This is how I've done it. Put my own money in it. Dollar cost average every single week. I'll put in money. Didn't care about market up, market down, none of that. But I've seen the long-term vision, the halving. And this time around, I have capital packed on the side to put back into the market once we see some kind of bottom. Simple. But if you're starting now, you can DCA. This is your own money that I'm telling you, hey, you can do it this way, you can do it that way. There's strategies you can do. This is all just me trying to carefully present you ways where you can make money where you don't have to give your money away. But unfortunately, people want the fast ROI. That's why you see the Nakamoto Furio videos come out. That's for those who want that quick double money. But I also tell them it's a high risk. I'm not paid by Furio. Nobody's paying me anything. I don't even know who founded Furio, the founders. I'm not in their Telegram groups and none of that. But it's just for people. I know there's degenerates who watch my channel and they really want that quick investment, that high risk play. And that's why I present to them that. But in my opinion, the way I see crypto is just long-term plays. Well, I got a video on Hedera hash graph coming out, H-bar. Pay attention to that. You could make a ton load of money in it, but it has to be a long-term play. And within long-term, it's even short-term, 2 years. What is 24 months? What is 18 months of DCAing every single week? You put a little bit of money in a project that could potentially explode. Because these altcoins, these layer ones, you know, I made a video about Cardano. I haven't bought a single KDA yet. I don't even know where do you go to buy Cardano? That's another one with zero fee, another blockchain that could explode in the next coming bull market. Look at these long-term potentials that could make you a ton load of money. And just pay attention. My Two Satoshis said it best, man. Which influencer do you follow? Do you follow the paid shills who make excuses for these founders and the developers when things go down? Or do you listen to the guys who are telling you, yo, hold your money over here and put it there. You'll be looking at it. Nobody's locking it up. You can DCA this way and that way. Which one? Which influencer do you want? Who has your best interest at heart, bro? Who wants to wreck you? Who wants to steal your money away from you? To me, it seems like it's the ones who telling you that, hey man, those guys are just fudding, man. They're just fudding. They don't want you to make money. You know what I'm saying? They're agents of chaos and destruction. As if the guy who's trying to warn you is not trying to make money himself. He's most likely invested into that project. That's how stupid this thing has gotten. Most of the projects that we criticize, we are invested in. Go back once again and watch my Cardano is not working video. And that's after I made a ton load of money with ADA. DCA'd in it for 2 years straight and I still called them out on their BS. Yeah, man, be careful with all of these. Matic Staker.io gone. StableOne gone. And now StableFund is gone. It wasn't no surprise. If you watched all of my videos recently, you would have seen me literally calling this. Anybody with an iota of a brain knew where this was gonna go, where this was headed pretty much. With that being said, be cautious out there. DeFi is a risky play. It's degen. It ain't no joke. So if you're gonna be getting into any DeFi project, just be cautious with all of them. Don't throw your life savings into this. Any project, even a project that I talk about, you should not trust it. You should do a research on it first and then put a little bit of powder in it and see how it works out for you first. Because sometimes I tell you the right things and sometimes I might talk about a project and it exits scams. Simple. With that being said, like up the video, share it, subscribe for some crypto content. I have been Mr. Nakamoto Crypto and I'm out.